I'm Captain Anju Yadav, and I'm the logistic officer of the squadron. So I'm primarily responsible for ensuring seamless supply of all the Heptar spares that I use in an aviation operation. So you see a Heptar behind me. So my inventory involves everything starting from the smallest of the washer to the main rotor blade that is used in this Heptar. We do everything starting from ascertaining the requirement for the entire year. Then we place our demands on it. We follow a one-tier supply system. We have a central depot in Delhi from where we get all our space. So basically, I am responsible for ensuring that all the Heptars that are there in the squadron are flyworthy all the time.
How do you see yourself as a woman aviation officer? And what was your inspiration? Just you want to share?
All right. So see, we don't have men and women in army. We have officers in army. So yes, it's a wonderful place to be. And of course, if you have got it in you, you must come.
Any message you want to give to a girl who want to be officer like you? Any message?
Yeah, sure. As I said, if you have got it in you, you must come to this place. It's a wonderful place and great working culture. As I have said, we don't have men and women in army. We have officers in army, and we have got great working culture in the army. And yes, you must come here if you have got it in you.
Sir, how significant is your aviation brigade which you are commanding, especially in Ladakh?
The aviation brigade that I'm commanding here in 14 Corps is here not only to support the troops in Siachen Glacier, the troops deployed in 14 Corps, be it as part of Western Ladakh or Eastern Ladakh. So we are covering the entire Ladakh as far as the aviation support is concerned.
And what are the challenges do you face usually in this area like Ladakh and high altitude?
High altitude terrain, like you would have realized, we are at about 10,500 feet, and the high altitude has its own challenges, lack of oxygen. As you go up, the oxygen further reduces. So it has effect on the body and the equipment both. The temperatures in winters drop to -50, and especially in higher altitudes. So that becomes a challenge for both the men and the equipment. Men who fly the machine, men who service the machine, and also the equipment which is already flying on its extremes of its operating envelope. So that itself is a challenge. Training aviators for that task, training my technical staff to handle this task is the challenge here.
So how do you ensure the maintenance of the chopper and the aircraft and your technical staff too? How do you maintain your pilot mentally, physically?
Well, that's an interesting question. You see, let me answer in two parts. First, for the aviators. The aviators who get posted here, they're already trained, but most of them are not operated in high altitude. So it's a continuous process to train them on the job. It takes quite a while to train them to operate at higher altitudes, which are up to 20,000 and beyond, and the temperatures, as I said, which drop to up to -50, and narrow valleys, restricted areas, difficult terrain, small helipads. So it's a continuous process as far as the aviators are concerned. For the technical staff, they know the job well, but yes, because of the temperatures, because of the extreme, when they have to operate and when they have to when they have to prepare the aircraft in the early morning hours, when the temperature is extreme, it's a challenge.
So we have seen a women officer also in your team. So what's the role of her?
Women officers are an integral part, and their number is increasing in the entire Indian Army, and so is Army Aviation. So we have ATC officers, women officers, not only as ATC officers, they are as engineering officers, they are as logistic officers, and recently the lady officers have also started flying these helicopters.
Sir, we have seen two helicopters for fly like Cheetal and Dhruv. Apart from these two, what are the helicopters have in the army to fly and to to do any mission in this high altitude area?
So primarily, we've got different types of helicopters. The recce and observation helicopters like Cheetals, we are used for reconnaissance and surveillance. RPAs are there for surveillance as well. Then the LH is there for various utility tasks like induction of troops, de-induction of troops, induction of stores, air maintenance, and also for casualty evacuation. And of course, besides the helicopters which are there in the inventory, they're also being flown here.
And so one last question for you, that do you work only for military purposes or any civilian purposes too?
The Aviation Brigade and the various helicopters are primarily meant for the troops deployed in the forward areas. But should there be any need, we are always there for the for Ladakh, for the civil administration as well.